Hey, what is going on, guys? Rules for Rebels here. Today we're going to be doing one of these hot selling product videos. Now, normally when I make these videos, I have like a collection of 10 or 20 products that we usually look into. Today I only got one product for you. It's a product that a buddy of mine recently bought, and he's a huge fan of it. Like he's showing it off. Oh, look at this new wallet I just got. So just figured I'd show it to you guys. The competition on this product is somewhat steep. However, if you're already selling like men's accessories, wallets, bags, scarves, hats, man purses, that type of thing. This could be a great product to add to kind of your Rolodex of products. If you have a Shopify store, I think this could even be a standalone product that you could sell on its own by itself, but it is a minimalist wallet. So minimalist wallet, and let's see, not that, not that. Could be something like this, which is just like kind of like a card holder type money clip. Here's another style of it. A buddy of mine just recently got one of these. He absolutely loves it. What it does, and there's different variations of this, but it holds your money in the center, folds up, and then it's got this little tug cord that if you pull on it, it will pull all the cards in the middle out to be accessible. I think most of these also have like one or two card slots in the front and back so that you can keep, your maybe most used credit card and ID in them. Let's see, here's another variation of it. Here's another popular one that's selling a lot on eBay and Amazon, this style card holder. And like this one's $4.80. Let's take a look at a few others. I've seen these for like $1 to $3 depending on the style. Here's these things are really popular. I notice a lot of companies are giving these out as swag now. Basically like a card holder with a heavy duty rubber band around it to hold your cards and your cash. These ones are $3.80 to $10 depending on how much you buy, $4. Here's some cheaper ones. These ones are 50 to 85 cents. I was finding some cooler ones the other day, $2.80 to $6. I wonder if we search for men's minimalist wallet. And in a second, we're going to be looking at these on eBay. We're going to be looking at these on Amazon, and I'm also going to pull some Terapeak and Unicorn Smasher stats for you. $5.50 to $6. That's more of a little men's carry-all. $2 to $3 for these rubber band styles. There's kind of a cool kind of minimalist wallet. I actually got a front pocket wallet. I'm a huge fan of it, so I actually really like these things myself. $276 to $420. Minimum order 200 pieces. A lot of times when you see people say how many pieces you have to order, you can typically negotiate with them and get the order smaller. Tell them, hey, I want to test this product out. On a future order, I'll be ordering more, but I just want to make sure they sell. I want to make sure the quality is good before I order 1,000 or whatever it may be. But yeah, these minimalist front pocket wallets are really kind of hot sellers now. Let me search one more term. Like we'll search like men's card wallet. They're coming up with some more wallets. Yeah, so minimalist wallet seems to be the term that most people are listing. See, this has one of those little tug sleeves that you can pull. I'll show this one to you guys. $2 to $6. Really slim wallet. You can keep your favorite cards in the front or in the side. And then I think this one holds cards in the middle. And if you tug on that little thing right there, it'll pull the cards up. So we just checked some out on AliExpress. Like I said, if I search longer, I could probably find some for $1.80, but we'll say $2 to $5 for these, right? Now, if we come over to Amazon and we just pull the search on minimalist wallet, we have this card holder with the rubber band. We saw that selling for what, $2 to $3, I think it was, selling for $14.95 via Prime. The seller's probably going to be charged, I don't know, I'd say $2 or $3 in Prime fees, which should include the 15% Amazon charge. So let's see, that'll take them from 15 to 14 to 13. Just to be generous, we'll say 12. So this guy's buying this product for $2 or $3. After selling it for $14.95, he's walking away with 12 bucks. 12. So he's making $10 per unit sold. Most of these things are going to be comparably priced. Here's another minimalist wallet selling for $24.95. Husk. I think this is the top seller on Amazon. We have an eBax. We saw another one of these on Alibaba. Here's just kind of a front pocket slim wallet, $12.95. Husk has if you notice, Husk has this style, Husk has this style. Husk probably has, excuse me, I would say at least 3 to 5 of the styles sold on Alibaba, Husk is selling. And as you can see, this is private labeled. It says Husk on it. A lot of people who are selling these types of wallets aren't actually getting their brand printed on the item. They're simply ordering a generic item from Alibaba, and when they put together their Amazon listing, they're making up a name and calling it Benjamin wallet or whatever else, that is not going to protect your listing from other people piggybacking on it. You can see how easy, like, okay, we see that wallet, right? Alibaba.com. Men's minimalist wallet. I mean, and this is the importance of private labeling, is if I can come over here and find, let's see, okay, so this is the exact wallet Husk is selling. If I can come over there and find this product that easy, if Husk hadn't private labeled this, I could go order 200 of these, go list them on Amazon on his listing and start siphoning off his sales. However, because he has the word Husk on it, that prevents me from just going and ordering this identical wallet, listing it on his listing, and stealing sales. So that's the importance of private labeling. That's why we talk about that a lot. Again, here's another one, forbidden, $7.99. We find that same exact one there. Let's see, here's like the rubber band style card wallets. Again, I think we just saw that's a sort of that style. Okay, this exact style right here. So think about this when you're sourcing products, guys. If something is this easy for you to find, it's this easy for somebody else to find and come piggyback on your listing. So that's really why you need to be and why you want to be private labeling. But let's just look through some of these other ones. They go for pretty good margins, $24.95. You can buy this for $3 all day on AliExpress. I saw that style on AliExpress. I've seen this style on AliExpress. Yeah, I mean, pretty much every one of these wallets I can find on AliExpress. This one's a cork wallet. Let's see if we can go find that over at Ali. Cork wallet. What do you know? We got, is it the same style? I don't. Anyhow, okay. Here's essentially what they were selling. So that's expensive, $8. So here's one for $4, $7, $4. Okay, so you buy it for $4. Where was that cork wallet? Okay. Buy it for $4, sell it for $12.95. Pretty good margin. Actually, I think this thing's probably even cheaper since it's a card holder and not a full wallet. But you guys get the point. Just want to illustrate, almost every product sold on Amazon can very easily be sold on AliExpress. If it's that easy to find a source, you really want to be private labeling to keep other people off your listings. Let's take a quick look at the sales. So this is another tool that I like to use a lot. I actually prefer Jungle Scout to Unicorn Smasher, but Unicorn Smasher is free, so I'm using that one for this illustration. But we'll be able to see the stats. So Husk wallet is one of the wallets that we were looking at. I don't know why it's not pulling up I ran into this the other day. I'm not sure why this isn't working. So basically what typically will show up is we'll see the sales rank of the item, we'll see the number of estimated sales in a month, we'll see the estimated revenue in a month, and we'll see the number of reviews. So if I was thinking about this wallet, I could come over here and say, okay, well, I really don't like the idea that I'm competing with somebody with 2,300 reviews. But some of the top sellers is, I mean, this one's only got 4 reviews. It's on the first page. This one only has 22 reviews. It's on the first page. So something I like to look for, I like to see at least 3 items on the first page or 3 of the top selling items to have under 100 reviews. That tells me that it's a product that's not overly competitive, that I can still break in. So while we do have a few sellers in the thousands, we don't have the 3, but we have 2 sellers well under 100. And even the sellers at like 268, 394, they got kind of a head start on us, but that is somebody that we could potentially catch. This is another free tool that you may want to use because Unicorn Smasher isn't giving us a sales stat. What we can do, we can pick this Husk wallet, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to go down here to, we're going to see what category it's in. So it's selling in clothing, shoes, and jewelry, men's accessories. So we'll go to clothing, because that's the overall category that it's in. We'll go over here. The sales rank is number 77, so that's actually a really good seller. So if we type in 77 here, there is an estimated 2,741 sales per month for that Husk wallet. So we can sort of figure out how much this guy's making. So he's selling the wallet for $24.95. I'll say we'll be extremely conservative and say he's paying a $5 fulfillment fee. More than likely it's probably $2 or $3, but we'll say $5, which brings us down to $20. He's probably paying $2 for these wallets, which brings us down to $18 profit per unit sold. and we're guessing that he's selling 77 units per month. So if we take 77 times 18, he's making about $1,386 per month just off this one product. Again, this tool that I'm using right now, it's a free Jungle Scout tool. To find it, you can go to junglescout.com actually, I guess backslash estimator backslash. And basically all you're going to do is pick a category, one of the overarching categories, and you can find that by going down to see the category of the item down here. You're going to find a sales rank 77, so you're going to pick the category, again, clothing. We're going to put 77, which is the sales rank, and hit enter, and it's going to tell us 2,741 sales. So there's a way to kind of figure out how many units somebody is selling in a single month, as well as how much money they're making, because we can kind of estimate their FBA fee and then multiply their profit. One other program I wanted to show you guys is Terapeak. A lot of you guys have seen this in the past on my videos. We're going to go to product research. We're going to type in minimalist wallet. I'll give you guys kind of a walkthrough of these reports. I've been getting a lot of you guys ask me to do some more of these videos. I used to do them a lot, and I thought maybe I was burning you guys out on them. I know I was kind of burning myself out on them, but I'll put together a list of like 10 or 20 kind of cool products, unique products, hot selling products, and give you guys a walkthrough of this. But again, this program that I'm using right now is Terapeak. I will link to Terapeak as well as the free Jungle Scout tool, as well as where you can download Unicorn Smasher, which is another free program. So we search men's wallet, and here's the type of stats that we're going to see. I really like Jungle Scout. I really like Unicorn Smasher. What I like about Terapeak, we get a lot more data. So the average sales price of a minimalist wallet is $16.82. Pretty good when you consider we can get them for anywhere between $2 and $6. Average shipping price is $4.89. Average start price is $4. In total, there were 392 listings, and the sell-through rating is 42.10%, which is pretty respectable, not great. The time of day when most sell, oddly enough, is 4 to 5 in the morning. I don't really get that. The day of the week when they sell best is Monday, and most are selling in clothing, shoes, and accessories, which is kind of the same as Amazon. The number one keyword is slim, so most people are probably searching for slim wallet, minimalist wallet, front pocket wallet. And we talked about the sell-through rating. So how we get the sell-through rating is we look at the total listings and then the successful listings. And if we divide that, it's going to give us a sell-through rate of 42.10%. As far as days of the week, Monday by far is the day when you sell best. So I would want to end my listings on Monday. Typically, when your listing's coming to an end, you get a boost in search ranking. So I would probably want to end my listing between 4 and 5 in the morning on Mondays. My listing is going to start rising up in searches during that time. And if my listing's high in searches during the time when most people buy, I'm more likely to get sales. Most people are doing 30-day listings, almost everything selling in clothing, shoes, and accessories. We can see the average price point for items sold, which I really like to see this. A lot of products that we see from Alibaba, AliExpress, DHK, the price has been driven down because we have Chinese manufacturers selling them. So $0 to $12, there's pretty strong sales, but what I really love to see here is that the strongest sales point is $12 to $15. I'm sorry, $12 to $15.99. So if you can source this product for $2 to $5, there's definitely money to be made here. Great ROI. The top keywords buyers are searching for who are buying these wallets are slim. RFID refers to the material or the technology that blocks people from scanning chip and PIN cards. The word pocket and front pocket wallet. Leather card blocking, which refers to the RFID, money holder clip. So if I were putting together an eBay listing or even an Amazon listing for that matter, I'm going to want to try to include all these keywords, and I'm going to try to put a focus on the keywords that are most searched towards the front of the listing. So I might do slim RFID front pocket leather wallet or leather card holder wallet. Basically, I'm trying to use all these keywords and put an emphasis on putting the more important ones towards the front. Most people are doing fixed price listings. Let's see, I'll take you over here. We can see some examples of some of these that are selling. Another kind of quick trick for you guys, if somebody is not smart enough to take your own pictures, which you can often do if you want to find out who their supplier is you take their picture, you put it into a Google image search, and oftentimes you'll see the AliExpress or Alibaba listing for their product, and then you can basically steal their supplier and go compete with them. Here we're going to be able to see trends over time. So I'm going to go to 90 days. This is going to take a second to pull up this data for you guys. If any of you guys are selling front pocket wallets, I apologize. Every once in a while, when I do these hot selling product videos, I'll get people either emailing me or commenting like, "Hey, asshole, you just told everybody about my product. Thanks for inviting in all the competition." Not trying to knock anybody's hustle here or anything like that. Just trying to show off some hot selling products and some analytic tools. So we're looking at 90 days of sales stats here. So this is not what I like to see. I mean, not to say that I wouldn't sell this item, but typically for total listings, I like to see it staying kind of even because that means not a lot of competition is coming in. What we see, it's kind of weird. We see spikes, a lot of people selling less, lot less, lot less. But what we see here, there's 52 listings for front pocket wallets. Okay, so again, what we're seeing here on March 5th, there were 42 listings. As of March 6th, there are 110 listings. So that's a pretty short period of time to see a spike like that. I'm guessing maybe one person put up a shitload of listings. But still, what we're seeing here is that there's more listings, there's more competition. So I like to see this to stay kind of even because that means there's a consistent amount of competition. When we see a huge spike like that, it tells me a lot more people started listing these, which means it could be tougher to get search ranking. There's more people who may be trying to undercut me on price, etc. So I wouldn't be deterred from selling this product, but I typically do like to see this as kind of a steady line. This is a pretty good sign. The average end price here. So what I like to see is some consistency. What I don't like to see is a drop off. So if a thing is going up, that means that the margins are going up. People are spending more money for a certain item. So if this were going up, it's like, okay, the price of men's wallets is going up. If it's tanking down, that tells me, oh, there's a lot more competition coming in. And people are basically trying to compete for lowest price and driving the price down. So that's kind of not what I like to see. What I'll be curious to see, I mean, if I checked back in a month, I'd like to see if the total number of listings continues to increase. Are we going to see the sales price drop down because there's more competition? Next, I'm going to take you over to the top 20 sellers. Now, if you watch my videos regularly, I made one a while back where I talked about how Terapeak stopped showing you the name of the top selling seller. We used to be able to see the name of the seller. Now, there are ways to figure out the name of the seller. We can find their average price. We can go on eBay and do a search for minimalist wallet or slim wallet, and we can put in the price from 1016 to 1016. And I don't know, maybe 8 out of 10 times we'll be able to find the seller by their average price. It doesn't work 100% of the time. But what we can see here is the sellers who are selling men's wallets. So let me quickly hop over to eBay here. Minimalist wallet. Also, typically, whoever has the top couple listings is probably going to be the top selling seller. So let's go back over here. Average price 1016. I'm going to guess that this guy's the top selling seller. This guy's wallet is $29.95. Now, when we look at these stats, this is an average of all the products they sell. So it could be this guy's got one expensive wallet, one cheap wallet, and it averages out at 1009 or whatever it is. I'm going to guess this guy here is the top selling seller. Oh, maybe not. He's only got 265 feedback. Yeah, I think for this one, I don't know that we're going to be able to figure out who the top selling seller is, but I would guess that they're probably going to be one of these top 6 listings. Another thing I really like to see here, typically eBay tends to have more Chinese manufacturers selling direct. So a lot of times I wouldn't be shocked to see these items selling on eBay for $2 or $3. What's really promising to see is let's look at the items on the first page of eBay. $30 for a wallet, $17 for a wallet, even for these wallets that cost $2. I guess this is a sponsored listing. But for these wallets that cost $2, he's selling them for $24.32, $20, $23. There's someone with a cheap one at $7. But pretty much most the price of these is staying very high, which means there's great margins in it. We'll go back over to Terapeak here. We can see the total number of listings that those people had. We can see the successful listings, which is what gives us a sell-through rating. This guy listed 186, sold 186, which means he has a 100% sell-through rating. He's running a lot of auctions because he has a lot of bids. Total items sold is 1,088, so he's making some pretty good money there. Average price 1016. And what I really like to see here for sell-through rating is this looks pretty good. A lot of the top 20 sellers, every item that they list, 23 items or 40 or 33 items, every single one sold. 30 items, every single one sold. 32 items, every single one sold. There are a couple people who are down to like 65 and stuff, but sell-through ratings look good. And then lastly, I'm going to take you guys over here to the international sales. So I personally typically don't sell internationally, too many headaches with customs and scams and everything else. But now that eBay does have that, I guess they've had it for a while, the global shipping program, where you just ship stuff to their little headquarters down in Kentucky and they take care of the rest. So for certain items, if we see that international sales are really good, it may be worthwhile to open our sales up internationally. So look at slim wallets, minimalist wallets are huge sellers in the UK. The average price in the US is $15. However, in the UK, it's $25. So people are willing to pay $10 more for the same wallet in the UK. So if I were the seller of these wallets, I might say, okay, I want to sell this wallet in the UK because I'm going to be able to get more money for it. They also sell good in Australia as well. For sell-through rating, Canada, they don't necessarily sell for the most amount of money in Canada, but they sell really well. Here's US, so they actually sell better in the UK, Australia, and Canada than they do in the US. So if I was a US seller, I would probably try to sell this internationally. Successful listings. Germany, the most successful listings are in Germany. So, definitely probably worthwhile to sell this internationally. But again, we were just, let's see, Alibaba.com, men's minimalist card holder. We'll search, sometimes when you search different terms, you see different products. This one looks pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, look at this. You can source these things really cheap, $2 to $5, and average sales on eBay are like $20 to $25, 89 cents to $3.45. Card holder $1 to $2. So I definitely think there's some money to be made here. This is going to be somewhat of a competitive industry, but if you're willing to put some money behind sponsored ads on eBay and or pay per click on Amazon, I definitely think there's some money to be made. This could be a standalone product, a one-product Shopify store that could do pretty well. I could see these selling fairly well through Facebook ads. So yeah, there's your hot selling product for the day, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the analytics I put together for you. I'm not suggesting everybody run out and start selling these wallets, but just wanted to kind of give you guys an idea of how to find products with good margins, how to do the analytics on products, etc. If you guys would like to see more of these videos, let me know. I'll start putting these out more often. I used to do them a lot and I kind of overdid it, but if you guys want to see more of these, I will make more of these. I'll also link in the description box below to like Alibaba, where you can source products, Unicorn Smasher, which is a free Chrome browser add-on. I'll link to the free Jungle Scout tool, as well as a paid Jungle Scout tool, and I'll also link to where you guys can get a free 7-day trial to Terapeak. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If so, please give the video a thumbs up, drop a comment with any questions you guys have, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I'll catch you on the next video.